have LinkedIn account? And if you do, are you active? Is it for just having it because you just want to know what's going on in your field? Or I'm a fresh graduate, I'm looking for international roles and the likes. So I know everyone has a different reasons for having a LinkedIn, but LinkedIn itself is more or less like other social network. But in this case, it's more of the professional aspect and helps you to connect people from same background together across boundaries. It's not like because I am in Nigeria, I then connect with only people in Nigeria. But if you have this global mind of working internationally and with like minds, LinkedIn help you to connect with this. It strengthens as well professional relationship. You learn skills and find informative and helpful posts. Just like the previous speaker said, all these are kind of in sync with other social networks, but then depends on how you use it. And LinkedIn as well has different. It has different. How would I explain it now? You have LinkedIn for career that's subscribed. You subscribe for premium version or for business or recruiter, but the basic one, which for me is what I use, and everyone started off with, but how you use it also matters. So the question of how to build an effective LinkedIn profile is important. First thing is to have a compelling, photo that is not looking like you are the bride in the picture. Because I see some LinkedIn pictures and I'm like, this is not Instagram, this is not Facebook. But having a professional picture with good, rich profile that speaks about you or tells more about you. If I put mine as a case study here, you can see his prompt is direct. You have just what you are looking at in the industry as your headline, and you flesh it up with a summary. It could be stories or impactful projects you've done, regardless of whether you're a student or maybe you just finished your bachelor's or you've been in a particular field for long. Every knowledge is not a waste. Just put them into writing, and then write your most recent educational qualification to the list. It adds up. Your experience either as a volunteer or as a project that you did in class, a coursework itself can be converted into interesting experience or project that you achieved. All this gathers up to building your profile on LinkedIn. And importantly, but this breakdown is for specifically for those in the research area or in that wants to get an MSc or PhD, right? Or you're looking for a research role and the likes. Because publications, honestly, it doesn't. If you're a computer scientist, what do you need publication for? Only if you just want to tell them your analytical rules in this aspect. And one key thing is having to either a friend or somebody you've once worked with to endorse you in all these skills, because it adds up to your potential on LinkedIn as well. Mean that you are versatile with various skills that would add up to whatever you're looking at on LinkedIn itself. And if I should take case study from my own, because I like to give real life examples, like what Mr. Ibuka said, you need to have a hook and the likes. But this is just how to write. It's not a one size fits all, but it's an example of what I write or how I've achieved, and other people as well use this structure to write. You start with a hook. My hook here can be that long, it can be as well short, just an heading of what people used to expect in the body of your research, I mean, in the body of your text. Likewise, have a clear and concise text. You don't want to have, for me, I read books every day and I don't want to read a LinkedIn post that is like almost the whole script. It's kind of boring for me. So it's either you put key points or you just write, flesh it up like a body that is very simple. Use simple text, simple language, because you have different people reading this. And as tag relevant people, because what LinkedIn does is you don't have to be connected with somebody, but someone that is connected to you likes your profile. Indirectly, someone connected to that person sees your profile and it generates this huge crowd. Everybody just comes to your profile to view. Then also use hashtag where necessary, which is also important. And then visuals. People want to see link what is in the text with the visuals as well. And for this post, which is one of the highest impressions I've had, On other social network, impressions in LinkedIn is called views on other social networks. So on Instagram, you can have 10,000 likes and then you have 10 million views or 4 point something million views. But in the case of LinkedIn, it's called impression. So it means that 4,000 plus people viewed your profile or viewed this post itself, regardless of the numbers of likes and comments. So it draws people, it suggests, even at the end of the day, it suggests people to you in your field that you can look at and say, okay, I think I found a job or found something interesting. And LinkedIn is very interesting when you try to pull in a lot of people and see what's going on within the space. At the same time, you can then get this extra point where you have consistent impressions that you have, your profiles are being read by so many, because you get these analytics and then you see. For me, I've gotten so many times either 50% off or 1 month free premium version, which I've used. And when I see that it's over, because there's a lot of subscription all around, so it's not really what I need right now. But when I have offer, I use it. And premium helps you to streamline who views your profile, how you fit into a particular role, what role fits you. So if you are looking at exploring LinkedIn for jobs, I think you should see subscribe me for premium and then you can unsubscribe, because sometimes the difference might not be that much. Then when we move into AI itself, I know some people might say, oh, I don't have the knowledge to write that will capture some people capture the post itself. You might not have that mind to think, but AI itself has helped. I just wrote a prompt, but then depends on how you structure your prompt itself. So this is an example of how you can write a prompt for this session. So I wrote that as a LinkedIn job seeker in computer science role, likewise seeking a master's or PhD position, write in simple sentences and create a post about what I learned in the webinar. So in the webinar is the CYF webinar. How to create impactful content strategy for success in finding a job or academic position. Highlight my skills in the computer science field to develop products and services that are interesting to global audiences and portray the value I have to offer in the job positions. You can write it anyhow because you don't want to have a generic answer. So with that, with this prompt, I was able to get this answer. Still, you have the hook, which is the header. Right now, we're saying webinar insights, creating impactful content strategy for job and academic success. Then you have today I joined the webinar, blah, blah, blah. You can see people would want to read the next paragraph. And then you have a body which is clear and concise in 4 points, well written out. You have hashtag, or you call the end of the, so you have a beginning and then the end of the post. Then also hashtag strategically, but what it fails to have is having to tag people in maybe people that you had this webinar for and they are on LinkedIn, you want to thank them. So you still have to do some human correction. But this also draws the basis of, okay, I don't have the mind to write a text that is captivating, but you can just write this, use AI to write. For me, I don't really like it because I need to think about something to write. So if I should, with the structure, I'm giving an example from one of my professors that also enlightened us to always use AI as our academic administrator. And then I could realize that he also fleshed up his write-up. You can see the hook, his body. He has 3 bodies in his post, which is clear and concise itself. He tagged relevant people and institutions, and also has end and then hashtag. Used hashtag. I don't know how many of because I didn't ask him how many impressions he had on this post, but what I so far have seen on his post is it had a lot of likes. So with that, his profile has been exposed to more people around. So with all these things I just rushed through, how then do we use it to find a job on LinkedIn? After you complete and optimize your profile, just like other social network as well, you complete the profile and the likes. You join LinkedIn groups, which is important because you don't want to have a just yourself community. You want to explore other groups or people with you want to explore people like-minded people as well in different groups that are in line with what you are looking at. You connect with friends and strangers in your field. They are very important because I have a testimonial from joining a group I'll share later on. And regularly write content. Now content is not for the LinkedIn post for me, because writing content for some people is everyday thing, some is 3 times a week, 4 times a week, depends on what you want to dish out. But my own content is more or less my PhD journey, right? If I go for poster presentation, if I go for a conference or a seminar, or if I just go for anything related to my research and also learn, depends on whether by proxy or far, I post it. And then you can see connect more people, and then I get that day I'm going to get more what's it called invites, like connection. So you that in that way people engage with your profile, and you as well engage in other people's profile. And LinkedIn then syncs this engagement and offer you some top jobs within your profile according to the way you set your profile, your preferences, according to the likes as well, the post you engage in. So is that you use the search job button on LinkedIn page itself, or it offers you top job picks based on the profiles you've engaged in over time. Then when you find something interesting, you can look at those jobs based on your country, or if you want to have international roles, you can as well streamline it. Just make sure you read in between lines and review every job role carefully. I want to emphasize and stress on the fact that when I see some LinkedIn likes, like because someone liked this, then you can see comments. For example, if a paid position is posted by a supervisor, or a job is posted by a supervisor and is written there boldly, applied through the university online application system, then you see comments on people, prospective applicants saying the person sends his or her email address telling the supervisor that please send me an email, or I just applied by LinkedIn, right? By LinkedIn, and then LinkedIn, I mean, the poster says apply by online application system. So it also doesn't give you a good a good way to start. Read instructions and know that every application process has its own way. So pay attention to that. Another thing you can do after applying for these roles, you can then send an email either via the LinkedIn message or by personal email that okay, I have done this application, looking forward to a positive response. Then the job poster, if it's not a recruiter, right, can now respond and say okay, hopefully you get a chance, right? So that one creates this transparency and this the fact that you know how to use it and know what is expected. If I'm to use myself as a case study, so my PhD as well was gotten by LinkedIn. What happened? I was on the urbanism group page, and then I saw this post because I've already viewed a lot of PhD position, and I realized that they need publication and the likes. Is a go nowhere for me. I don't have, but this post just came without no publication and the likes. I read through, and then I saw that it's something I liked. I also went to the university page. I read before I messaged the poster that I got this information. How true is this? Is there more information? And she read my profile, accepted, and then also acknowledged that my profile fits what she's looking for, asked one or two things, and then I told her, okay, I'm interested, I'm going to apply. Days after, she was on and messaged me and asked, have I applied? Then when I was to start the application, I realized that, wait, I've seen this name somewhere, somewhere, somewhere. Where did I see it? I went back to the post and I realized that it's my supervisor that actually posted the position. And then she was also reminding me to apply on time because there was technical issues and the like. So after applying and acknowledged, sent her this happened in LinkedIn personal message, like message that I already applied on this, and today I'm already almost done with the PhD. So what I'm just trying to say is don't be afraid to always message whosoever posted a job, as long as you've gone through the job requirements and then you see that it's possible. If it's a recruiter, obviously recruiter has process to say apply by so. But if it's something that is a one-on-one thing, most happens in the academia world, and it's possible, just go for it, and make sure that you also engage in other posts. Connect with people that you know that can be a beneficiary to you. LinkedIn is interesting because once you like somebody's post that you're not connected to, and you're connected to another person that like that person's post, you will see the post. So everything, there's no more privacy, kind of everything is open to everyone. Another thing I didn't emphasize is now LinkedIn does video. That's the reels Michael was talking about. It's also on LinkedIn. You can do LinkedIn reels and also post videos. Depends on what you want to throw out there. But I'm not so sure if they started doing money making from it, right? But it's a professional world where you build business trust. So I don't know in that regard. With this, I hope I've been able to share my knowledge that it's possible to get offers, job offers, depends on what you want to do on LinkedIn. And another thing is some people start off with LinkedIn. Once they get the job, you see, the last time they posted was 2 years ago or 1 year ago. So if you want to keep the energy going, you can always share content, like engage with people post, because also people are beckoning on you, right? They want to, I had a struggle as well, and I don't want other people coming after me to struggle to finding either a mentor or somebody that can lead them based on one or two things. So I try to make myself available. LinkedIn is a transparent platform where you can always share what's interesting for anyone. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for the wonderful presentation. The last part felt like you were talking to me personally because I know my last LinkedIn post was when I got the job offer, which was like a year and a half ago. So thank you for talking to me. And yeah, so in summary, so there's so much we could get on LinkedIn. And basically, it's almost a thing of how we structure our text, how we make the post. For me, also, I also resonate with like having to read like a long text. So I did this, I went to that. Once I just scroll and see that it's too long, I just scroll through. So how to design it is having a hook, you have your key points, put your tags, create visuals, and you could also leave a call to action in the end. So thank you very much for the presentation. And now we would take the questions from everyone. So I would just invite the speakers to come back so that we could